just fathered a child 2 months before by a woman that was not your wife. I am shocked that you would stand here and say you're completely cleared. Can you so casually cheat on a second wife and cheat on the mother of a child that had been born 2 months before, and you tell us you are completely cleared? How is that a complete clear?
Senator, her child's name is Gwendolyn Hope Hegseth, and she's a child of God, and she's 7 years old.
And she was, and you cheated on the mother of that child less than 2 months after that daughter was born, didn't you?
Those were false charges.
Well, no,
fully investigated, and I was completely cleared. And I am so grateful for the marriage I have to this.
No, you've admitted that you had sex at that hotel in October 2017. You said it was consensual, isn't that correct?
Anything?
Yes. You've admitted that it was consensual, and you were still married, and you just had a child by another woman.
What?
Again, how do you explain your judgment?
Completely false charges against me. You fully investigated, and I was completely clear.
You have admitted. I just asked a simple question. You've taken an oath, like you would take an oath to be Secretary of Defense in all of your weddings, to be faithful to your wife. Is that correct?
I have failed in things in my life, and thankfully I'm redeemed by my Lord and Savior Jesus.
Holy macaroni. Okay, so here's the other connection here that I'm just trying to just really fully understand. So I remember all of this going on. And of course, you know, stand by your man. And did you see my video that I put up here, right here? Who made that vote? Who put him in here? And I remember this in 2024 as well. JD, you're the one that picked him, talking about how you only believe in the nuclear families. And I also remember back in 2022 when you said this. And then you voted. You were the one that tied the vote to put him up there. And he doesn't seem to align with what you talk about. What kind of an expert are you on the nuclear families? If you choose a person like that, I don't think that you have good judgment. I don't. And I'm not even done, because if you read the older situation, he and his lawyer say that she's the aggressor. How can you be the Secretary of War when you claim that she was the aggressor? And you were cleared. You said that you were cleared after he asked you if you cheated on your second wife 2 months after she just had your... So in domestic disputes, law enforcement is supposed to identify the primary aggressor, the person who, was the most significant. You created the most force. So she created the most force, and she created the most fear. Okay, I don't know all the stuff, and I don't really care, but the person that has a threat history, so she had a history of threatening you. Yeah, lines do get blurred, don't they? That was the only thing that Jesus wrote, bringing him into it, was just a line in the sand. Yet, what do you got tattooed on your arm? Uh-huh. Blurred lines. She was the aggressor. Department of War. Hague. We need to have the Hague